What to do, YouTube? It's your boy Shannon with Team Scheme, coming at you with another update on our World's Grind. Yes, sir. This is week 2. We went to a region in Florida. Unfortunately, didn't do too well, but I'm still going to give you the experience I had, how we did each matchup that we played, and, you know, just the overall experience. Don't forget to hit that like, that subscribe, and keep it moving with your boys. Let's get right into it. Alright, so pretty much, you know, as usual, I had a good experience at the regional. Unfortunately, didn't do too well this time. So this week I decided to play Marincess. I will be playing Marincess again next weekend due to the fact that I didn't top with it this time. Like I promised, I'm going to play Marincess again just to get that. I got to get that top on Marincess for me, so we're going to do that. Last weekend we played Purely. Don't forget to check out that video if you haven't seen it already. But yeah, these were matchups. So round 1 played the homie. Round 1 Tier, won a die roll. Funny enough, Tier is actually a very hard matchup for Marincess due to some little niche interactions. But yeah, I got that one. And then round 2 I played Solid, Solid and Great. I lost a die roll, which obviously doesn't really matter, but it came down to me forgetting to play around Droll game 3. I'm an animal. I forgot to not add with Blue Tang, knowing that all I needed to do was add the trap. I added with it by accident. You know, I got punished, so I lost there. Round 3, Dragon Link, lost the die roll again, 2-0. And then I played against an interesting 60 card Punk Cash zombie deck.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Lost the die roll. He put up full board game 1. It was crazy. We just grinded out the match though, and I got it. Round 5, another 60 card deck. This time Despia. Excuse me putting 2-1. I actually lost this round 1-2. Game 1 I won the die roll. Game 1 I was only able, I drew only engine, so I put up only home bubble reef with 1 wave, no other interaction. And he was able to give me public locking me on my turn. And I couldn't play through it. Game 2 I won, and then game 3 he went first. I interrupted his combo. He wasn't able to do anything but set 1, and that 1 card that he set just happened to be there, can be only 1. That of which I had no outs in my main deck too, because, you know, it wasn't thought in my mind to need back row out, you know. So I didn't side in Cosmics, I didn't side in Lightning Storms, none of that. So I got punished for that, and I just lost automatically, right? So we were X2 by round 5. I know, terrible start, guys. And then round 6, I played against the Lab. Won the die roll, put a board game 1. He potted and revealed 2 skill drains, grabbed a skill drain. I continued to lose from there. Didn't draw any outs, even though I do min deck outs. And then game 2 I won, you know, did the whole shebang. Now I know what I'm playing against. And then for game 3, I just drew no side deck. I drew no side deck at all. Just had nothing but engine and just couldn't stop all the while. It was actually game 3 was pretty grindy. He did indeed set 4, and I played through it very well. It came down to me not respecting a super poly, which it was obvious he had. I should have read it, and it was on me, you know. But that's what these things come down to, guys. It's decision making slash deck building. Obviously, build your deck correctly for the format slash the event you're going to. But I made terrible decisions at this regional. All on me, my fault, and we're just going to continue to thrive from there. As you see, each of my losses, I'm just going to take account of each of those reasons why I lost. Round 2, I lost a Solid. I played into Droll, and then for the rest of the day, I just didn't play into Droll. You know, I just comboed accordingly. If you want to know how to do that with Marincess, I will be posting another pretty much a tutorial that I had much success with the first one I did. I'm not going to do that until after I top this next regional with Marincess. I do say that with confidence, so I'm just going to not misplay and do incorrect things this time.
Yeah, boy.
But yeah, watch out for that. Yeah, just going to not play in a draw. And then my other loss, what was it, to Despia? Just from here on out, I'm just going to respect the fact that that deck inside there can be only 1 slash. I probably should side in back row hate for that deck, because being able to out like Branded in red and super polys just to get those out the way immediately, should probably be doing that anyway. So we're going to continue doing that moving forward against Despia decks, because that was just absurd. Like, it was just so overwhelming that I just couldn't out 1 card, 1 back row. So yeah, it's not going to happen again. And then Lab, lost the skill drain pretty much both games. I do respect back row decks when I build my side deck, but I opted to not play evenly match, which I usually don't play. But it's getting to the point where I think I just need to go back to playing that card because yeah, no one's respecting it, and I'm just tired of losing to crazy back row, right? So I'm probably moving forward. I'm gonna play that, and yeah, just be on the lookout. I'm not gonna post my deck profile for this regional, obviously, because I didn't do well. There's no point. Which is funny though, because I'm probably playing the same list card for card. I'm most definitely playing the same list card for card, except I'm going to change a few cards to the side to account for the things I lost to, right? And the reasons I lost, right? So we're going to be doing that. So yeah, like I said, we're going to go to another regional next weekend in Georgia. I think it's called, is it Stone Mountain, Georgia? Somewhere. It's not too far from me. I'm going to be going there. Piling Marincess, not Mech Knights. Sorry for my Mech Knight fans out there. We're going to play Mech Knights. As long as we top, I'm not moving on decks until I'm not moving on to the next deck until I top with the initial deck. You know what I'm saying? So like, I got week 1 with Purely. All right, I'm not gonna play Purely week 2. I lost week 2 with Marincess. I'm not gonna move on from Marincess until I get that regional top with it, right, for the season, right? Imagine I'm playing Marincess for the whole season because I can't top with it. But now we're gonna play Marincess, and then as long as I get that top, we're gonna play Mech Knights the week right after, then Vanquish Soul most likely, and then just gonna keep it moving with decks, just to get tops with them, get these points. But that being said, we have for the first 2 weeks, we're at 40 points. We got no points this weekend because I actually dropped, but we got 40 points the first week, right? So hopefully we get more points this weekend in Georgia. It's gonna be dope. Well, it's gonna be really dope. Going with a couple of homies. My experience too. At the Florida regional, pretty good experience overall. My first time going to that regional. Kissimmee. Sorry if I'm bashing that the name of that city. I think it's called Kissimmee, Florida. There's a couple niche things that I didn't really like about the regional. Like, honestly, the main thing was the table sizes. Like the table size of I'm sure those that went could agree, where they were just like super compact. There were it was almost, I think, maybe a little over 300 players. There was space, don't get it wrong, there was space. It's just the actual tables themselves, like each player's mats were like hanging off the edges. Like my mat was like on my knees, you know what I'm saying? Like it was like that much space, right? So yeah, that was like pretty much the only thing I didn't like. There was a bit of a hiccup with starting, but it's a regional. It'd be like that sometimes. But honestly, once the regional started, it was pretty fast. Like in between rounds, I'm gonna say it was like no more than like six to 10 minutes in between rounds, which was pretty dope. It was moving on pretty fast. So yeah, shout out to them. Very good regional experience there. Would definitely go back. Going to another first regional that I've never been to in Georgia. Hopefully have another good time, going with the homies. We're gonna hopefully top this time, and just keep getting these points. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So stay tuned next week. Sorry I'm posting a video a day late. I'm supposed to post it every Monday. Got a little bit of a hiccup, but yeah, it'll be up on Tuesday. It'll be up today, obviously. But yeah, the next one for next weekend should be up on Monday. Just stay tuned. I'm going to keep giving my experience. Stay tuned for deck profiles. Oh yeah, deck profiles. Unfortunately, I was unable to get deck profiles for this week. No shade towards any of the players. They just didn't want to give out deck profiles. Which, I'm not knocking it. Got to save it for the homies. Do the homies YouTubes. Hopefully I can get some deck profiles for the channel of the guys who topped. I might have to just start doing deck profiles for like the top 16. Because just gotta get that content for you guys. None of you guys want to see the results in the decks and whatnot, right? I mean, despite the fact they are going to be out there regardless, right? I just want to be able to provide that myself, right? But yeah, stay tuned for my deck profile at the very least, as well as teammates if they go as well as buddies who are cool enough to let me have the deck profile for the channel. That'd be awesome. Stay tuned for those. Stay tuned for the reports. But yeah, hopefully have a good time next week. That being said, take it easy, guys.